Hello, is this Nicholas Akkad who I'm speaking to? Ah, yes. May I ask whose name it is that I have here? Yes, my name is John Doe. I am your interviewer and hiring manager for the position that you are inquiring about. Are you ready for the interview? Ah, yes, you may proceed whenever. All right. So, what is your salary range expectation? I would say that my salary range expectation is something I would be more comfortable giving once you've perhaps given me some more info on the more specifics of the job, the workplace experience, and maybe what you expect from me in a couple of years. But if I had to give one right now, I would say maybe for an entry level, 60K to anywhere up to 75K a year, with some increases depending on my contributions to the company. All right. What motivates you? I would say what motivates me the most is a good challenge and the ability to learn more in a larger work environment rather than school. All right. Why should we hire you? Personally, I think you should hire me because I have good communication skills that I've gained from my prior workplace experiences. Being able to read the room, gestures, and the such is important in the service industry in order to get the best experience for the customer and get the best outcome for the company. All right. How do you handle stress? Quite simply, I take a quick and hopefully soft breath in order to arrange my thoughts. I would look towards potential options and move forward with the one that would allow me to inquire more about the problem at the same time. And otherwise, for more general things, perhaps on my break, I might take a small walk to get my mind jogging. Okay. What did you like most about your last position? I would say what I liked most about my last position is that I was able to work every part of the job into a process, whether it's making sure that the arrangement of food was efficient for tackling whatever needed to be made in that given moment, to finding efficiency on who should be placed where on the line in order to get the quickest and most enjoyable food out to the customer. All right. What would you say your greatest strengths are? I would say my greatest strengths are my attention to detail and the ability to process information and data and find the best solution. Coming from the food industry, obviously analyzing data might not seem very normal. However, if we look at items that are more outliers, don't generate tons of revenue and take a long time, such as creating gourmet grilled cheeses versus the regular line food, we found that it was more efficient to just close that station down, as it was very rare, even during rushes, to create those, and it would slow down our process quite a bit, as they have a time such as roughly 8 minutes to create, while everything else on the line may only take about three. Because of that, I guided my boss to close it down, especially during busy hours, in order to get more customers out. All right. What are you passionate about? I would say I'm passionate about gaming, specifically strategy gaming. I play a game called Teamfight Tactics, and I play it competitively. Um, I aim for higher ranks every season, but playing normally doesn't allow one to climb higher. And my goal recently was to get past the top 10% of players worldwide. And that takes a good amount of innovation and understanding of trends. Because of that, I had to sieve through lots of data, both my own and a large amount of player-based data. I needed to find what fits me the best and what other people may not consider in their arsenal. I found in statistical trends, very like customer service data outliers, in purchases to see what equipment had high performance values, yet low pick rates, such as about 20%. And that had allowed me to be just one rank short of top 1,000 players of the region because I was able to find an outlier that works for me that allowed me to climb. All right. What did you like least about your last position? I would say in customer service and food that what I disliked the most was that there were very many factors that I had no control of, such as random food expiration or various customer moods. However, that would play well into me being able to help the customer get a different experience and get them to where they need to be as quickly as possible, or immediately reacting to spoiled food, ordering a new one without having to get anyone else's help, which allowed the line to continue regardless. All right. So we're interested in candidates that show curiosity about the sciences and the technology. Can you identify and briefly summarize a recent piece of field-specific research that interests you? Yes. What interests me recently was the fact that we've started adding all these 2 to 3 factor authentications alongside other security measures such as passwords. Um, they're pretty much on every platform nowadays, but all security measures have their pros and cons. And a study done by Lone and Mirror, they really broke it down and analyzed these pros and cons. And you could see that the recent security measures, such as puzzle solving pictures or picking numbers on a blurred screen, were security measures against robots, which would have repeated attacks. So they would have to analyze how a human would answer. But at the same time, you could see that it can cause quite a bit of user discomfort. On top of that, there are other methods such as SMS verification that can still be leaked as attackers can still intercept that information from the phone networks. So looking at that, this article in the International Journal of Communication and Computer Technologies, you can see that they broke it down these strategies to their core. And what it really comes down to is that all the methods require some sort of personal knowledge for the person or physical possession of a key or password in this case, or biometrics, whether it's facial recognition or fingerprints, to enter the network. All of these can change on a daily basis, and that's not easy to have consistency within. And while all of these can have an inconvenience or even can be stolen by attackers quite easily, it's important to review this because when we evolve technologies, or even when the attackers evolve their techniques, we need to recognize the cores and use all the information gained from past, present, or future in order to move forward when we create more authentication. And the article really goes down into each detail. I would say that the most important ones to consider are the customer experience, as their physical knowledge or possession or biometrics can vary and change even within a couple weeks. So we really have to review that one going forward. Okay, now what are the top two hard skills and soft skills that you'd bring to the job? And why do you think they're a good fit for the position you're applying for? I would say that due to my customer service skills, that I've gained much in terms of communication and understanding, as well as problem solving. And these are essential to working software engineering jobs, as they can be team based quite a bit. And in reality, they are team based in the overall structure of the tech industry. Whether this is from entry level engineer to senior or company to company. And then I would say that gathering the abstract software requirements is important, and being able to implement them in any coding language and the such. And from both prior experiences and the challenge of learning new code that I've really gotten accustomed to, that I should be able to adapt to any sort of change like that, whether it's new technologies that come out or new languages that I need to learn, and being able to really relate them to one another in order to get a clearer picture. All right, that's all the questions I have today. Do you have any questions for me? Yes, I would say that questions I have for you are